Hey guys, Cerealkiler here, back again with another video for you guys. Tonight we're going to be doing Necro again, except this time we're going to be doing it on auto. I have 6-starred my black Dark Harpoo and my blue Cowgirl, and I am loving them. Can't wait to get them fully leveled. And in fact, after I 6-star the Lich, I'll be making another video just so you guys can see the difference or the progression as they level up. As it is right now, they get a little bit low in a lot of situations, but they trounce this thing. Given how underleveled and underruned they are, this is a solid 90-95% success rate. I'm thinking I'm already really happy with it, and I think I'm going to be in love with it once I get a little bit more levels out of them. Another thing I want to do is change the runes around, but I want to wait until after they're leveled so I can see how much defensive type stats I can avoid or replace with offensive type stats. Now, one thing I noticed for whatever reason is on that first wave, my mobs tend to take a lot more cleave damage outside of Bella, and then it doesn't really happen on the other waves, except maybe sometimes on the third wave. But for whatever reason, the first wave generally kind of hits all 4 of the non-Bella monsters pretty hard, and then you go into wave 2 and wave 4, and that just doesn't happen again. In this third wave right here, it's actually Bella that usually takes a pretty good pounding. That armor break's not going to be good for the Sarah, but usually that doesn't happen, and she's going to get pummeled instead of the Bella because of the armor break. But I do this a bunch. I've never seen her die right here, although now I guess I'm going to be eating my words. Well, nope, not quite going to die right there. Alright, so we'll continue the streak of Sarah never dying on the trash. Generally, on the rare occasion that these guys fail it, it is on the boss fight, and it is because I've been doing it on auto for a few levels now. Probably the last 3 or 4 Dark Harpoo levels I've been autoing this thing. And when they fail, it's because either Dark Harpoo or Sarah dies to a just terrible string of dumb AI decisions by my monsters. And that's something that is going to go away once they get leveled and then their runes swapped around to give them the defensive stats they need. Something really nice that is kind of a byproduct of having all these revenge runes that we have on there because of the boss is you'll notice the attack breaks and the attack speed slows get spread around really well, and I really like that. It helps make up for the fact that when you're manualing it, you can pick where you want those debuffs to go, and on auto, the game just kind of spews them around randomly. But with all the revenge runes, they pretty much just end up on 60 to 80% of the enemies anyway, which is really nice. Now, right now, you're seeing my mobs stupidly drop their nukes into the shield instead of just auto attacking the shield down. It's really not going to matter. It would obviously be a lot easier on manual, but they should be fine. We're, I don't know, a couple 104 or 5 now as far as our win to loss ratio, so we're definitely not worried about getting trounced here. If it's a loss, it's a rarity, and given the level of build in these guys' runes, we're not worried about it at all. It's gonna get so much better as they level up, and that rapid fire was extremely nice. You'll see the Lich die the first time. We'll go ahead and try to get an armor break on him, and then if we can get a nice Violent Friends out of that Dark Bella, it's gonna be about all she wrote for this Necro. There's the armor break, and well, now so we got a Sarah to deal with. And I'm sure the Dark Harpoo's just going to waste her nuke into the Sarah and make us auto-attack this Necro to death. We'll see. Oh, nice. We got a bunch of revenges out. So, again, the Violent Friends went into a shield. Didn't do any damage, but it's not going to matter. This guy is super close to death. Ooh, as is my Sarah. but it won't matter. Sarah could have died there, and this Necro is going to die, no problem. So there you go, guys. Pretty solid run. I'm really liking it, given how much room these guys have to grow in both level and runes. We're rocking mostly 9 and 12, plus 9 and plus 12 runes on these guys, and 2 of them are still 35, and 2 of them are 6-starred, but still getting leveled. I am loving it. So I'll go ahead and show you what these guys are doing for runes. I haven't really changed a whole lot. I do want to say I did get this Hua since I made the last video, and I considered using Hua in my Necro video, but I've decided I like the way my videos or my team is going well enough. I'm going to leave my team alone and keep my Hua built for a raid. So right now I'm trying to get her very accurate, lots of revenge runes, and I want to get that Hua slapping the slow on that raid boss all the time. So let's go over what we're using in the run. Here's my Saren, built pretty defensively, but that I think is going to shift once I level her and I can see where she needs the love. I'm going to try to find the nice sweet spot of kind of the bare minimum to where she's never in danger of dying but can still destroy stuff. As it is right now, she ends up attack hit points. That is probably going to change. I would like her crit rate much higher, and I think once I kind of shuffle stuff around, she's pretty much going to be getting an entirely new set. But the big thing on that Dark Harpu is revenge runes. 403 sets of revenge runes if you can fit them on her. Now on this Water Cowgirl, kind of the same idea, except accuracy is drastically more important on her. So I went Focus Revenge because I could not get enough accuracy out of full revenge runes. And I put this crit rate rune on 4 because I had it and I liked the rune. So it's definitely not ideal. She's defense on 2 and crit rate on 4, but it works. When you look at this Dark Harpu, there's just a little bit more of attention to attack because the blue Cowgirl gets a lot of her damage out of dots, and you want her to be slowing the enemy, so accuracy is really, really where it's at for this blue Cowgirl. So she'll be losing that 4 crit rate rune and possibly the defense on 2, and get her a more standard attack rune once I can decide it's safe. Now this guy is drastically sturdier than he needs to be already. When I 6-star him, I'm going to be changing him around the most out of all the other monsters. I want to squeeze some damage out of him. So no more hit points, defense, accuracy. These 2 runes gotta go. I'm probably going to keep one of them, pump it up real high, and then instead of 35 defense and 35 accuracy, he's going to end up with 60% of one of those stats from one rune, and then he'll either end up with a crit rate on 4 or a big attack on one of those 2 runes and get some more damage out of him. Now this Bella is just your regular boring dragons, PvP, everything else Bella. Speed, hit point, accuracy. I would just make your Bella the best you can for everything else and then use it in here. I wouldn't change your Bella at all for Necro. She works really well. Now the Colleen, again, is pretty neglected on the runes and 35, and she does her job pretty well. Really the only harmful thing about Colleen is when Sarah gets mind controlled, she can put a decent hurt on Colleen, but Colleen's pretty sturdy as it is, and then you don't need attack or any offensive stats. So I've got her defense, hit points, accuracy, and plenty sturdy. She's going to be the last one to get 6-starred because she doesn't really gain much out of it. But once I 6-star her, she's going to be just completely immune to damage. I might try to get something out of her in the way of maybe some damage, or probably just bump her accuracy up a little bit, or maybe get her speed higher for outside of other stuff because I do use her in raids. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to bring you another one when I get everyone 6-starred. But until then, thank you much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice